I need to go this way. And you are tuned in to KPSU, Portland State College University. We've been broadcasting since 1994 on the Portland State campus, streaming to you worldwide 24/7 at www.kpsu.org, where all of our fabulous shows are available for podcast and download at your leisure. And as always, I have to remind you that the views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent KPSU, Portland State University, or any of our participating affiliates. Listener discretion is advised. All right, you've all been fairly warned. I am your host, DJ Rochelle, here on Live Fridays, and we have ready to perform for you in the studio live, the AM, also known as Acoustic Minds if you're looking for them on social media. And what song are you going to start with today?
We're starting with a song called Lucky One. And this song, a lot of the songs right now are going into Jenny and Chris's relationship. My sister is Jenny. I'm Amanda. We're identical twins. You obviously can see this in the YouTube stream, but those of you on the radio, we are identical, so voices may seem a little odd, but power voice, unison, and or harmonies. But yes, this first song is a dedication she wrote for her partner, Chris, who plays guitar with us as well. We have David Kelsey on the drums, and yeah.
Growing up, it was clear we didn't have a clue. Young love, you were still discovering you. We had our share of firsts. You were my very first true love. Had me running in circles, didn't know what love was. Moving through the backseat, my heart racing, you're giving me the chills. So I sing you a love song, you didn't get it, but I'm hoping one day you will. Now I never want to hurt you. I'd be the lucky one to deserve you. If you take the chance, we can rework it. I can promise you it'll be worth it. Now I never want to hurt you. I'd be the lucky one to deserve you. If you take the chance, we can rework it. I can promise you it'll be worth it. Oh, growing up, it was clear we didn't have a clue. When it came to me and you, yeah, young love, you were still discovering you. We had our share of first. You were my very first true love. Had me running in circles, didn't know what love was. Moving through the backseat, my heart's racing, you're giving me the chills. He still does. So I sing you a love song, you didn't get it, but I'm hoping one day you will. I'm hoping one day you will. Now I never want to hurt you. I'd be the lucky one to deserve you. If you take the chance, we can rework it. I can promise you it'll be worth it. Sure, we've been here before, but now we're older. It's someone I can explore over and over. I said we've been here before, but now we're older. Someone I can explore over and over. Deeper down, breathing air into you. Give me your love. If you take the chance, we could rework it. I can promise you it'll be worth it. Now no one else to hurt you. I'll be the lucky one to deserve you. If you take the chance, we could rework it. I can promise you it'll be worth it. So we've been here before, but now we're older. It's someone I can explore over and over. I said we've been here before, but now we're older. Someone I can explore over and over. Deeper down within every you. Give me your love, I'll take care of you. Deeper down within every you. Give me your love, I'll take care of you.
I'm going to come out and bug you again. Yeah. And of course, I'm going to do that thing, so I'm still getting used to camera angles here where I'm going to like stand in front of people. It's all good. So about every second or third song, I'm going to wander out and chat.
Great.
Talk to you about what all you've had going on, because, you know, there's been a few things happening in the last couple years.
Oh, just a few. Little.
Tell me, how has that affected both songwriting and performance?
Dramatically. I'd say at the beginning of the pandemic, we had come off of a South by Southwest tour that we had to stop abruptly because everything was kind of shutting down, and came back home and really just didn't know what the hell we were going to be doing with our lives anymore, because music has been that for 15 years of our lives. So Amanda and I decided to enroll in school. So we've been going to PCC and just taking as many music classes as we can. We'll hopefully be going to PSU next year. So that's
Nice.
exciting.
We are scholars.
Yes.
That's
and
the route I did. I did dual enrollment with PCC in Portland State.
yeah, that's the plan, Music and Sonic Arts program, which is really rad that they have that. And just really loving being back in school and kind of trying to retrain my brain to think again. So that was interesting. Is interesting. It's still a process. And songwriting has been kind of sparse because I just didn't feel like we had a lot of inspiration. But we have been writing some songs because Chris and I fell back in love, and so we've had a lot of inspiring moments, and we'll be sharing those today, which is exciting.
Yes. In fact, I was just listening to the latest song you put out.
Oh yeah, Bad Guy. Yeah, Bad Guy actually was done before the pandemic, but we just really didn't know what direction we were going in and how we could release that. So it just feels like it's come to fruition because it took literally like 4 years to put out. But yeah, Bad Guy is out and streaming everywhere. A lot of people are like, oh, Bad Guy, like the Billie Eilish song, but it's kind of the opposite. It's like I'm not the bad guy instead of her take is I am the bad guy.
Right.
So yeah, it's that's also about a heartbreak that I had.
Yeah. Well, I'll be interested to hear the shift from being the bad guy or not being the bad guy to now no one's the bad guy. And
Yeah,
it's-
absolutely.
everyone's
And I mean,
got
we'll still
heart
do,
eyes.
yeah, we're still gonna do Bad Guy today, but we're gonna hit you with some love bombs first, and then go back to my dark ways. You know me, Michelle.
It comes out eventually.
It does. You know, I'm a dark girl. So I say
That's why
something else.
the black to match your soul.
Yeah, yes, it is. But also because the black is every color, so it's a rainbow.
Very colorful soul.
There you go.
To make the color black, you have to have all the colors. So that's
Right.
pretty cool.
And that ties in nicely with your guitar strap, the Pink Floyd Rainbow.
That's right. Love me some Pink Floyd, man. We'll talk about those stories after the show, too.
Okay. So, like I said, about every second or third song, I'll wander out and we can chat in between.
Perfect.
And that way you can share all those fun stories in between. Tell me the story about the song you're about to play next.
Amanda, you tell me.
Yeah, this next song is a song that came to me in a dream, which is rare.
Do you have a journal by your bed where you just wake up and write all this?
I don't. I should. I mean, I probably have actually had more songs, but this one I literally was singing in my dream and woke up and went, where's my voice notes? I need to make sure I don't lose it. And most of my songs that come really fast are when I'm very much in love. And this one, I was in that state too. So yeah, it's called Something in You.
All right, well, let's hear it.
something in your smile, something in each narrow crinkle line, written on your face, the simplest expression that you make, and each smile line that I see made up the moments that led you to me. There's something in your smile, something in your eyes. I can see them sparkling so bright, they light up the whole room. I can't help but stare at you. I love the way that they reflect back into mine. I must admit, there's something in your eyes, and I keep trying to pull away, even though all I wanna do is stay. There's something in you, there's something in you, something in you. It was always you. There's something in your arms. Oh, I love the way they feel, so safe and so warm. I can tell this time it's real. How could I ever forget? It's like the first time that we met, when I'm in your arms. And I keep trying to pull away, even though all I wanna do is say there's something in you, something in you, something in you. It was always you.
This next song is a song called You. And a little bit of history behind us all. Jenny and Chris and I, we met when we were 16 years old. And we all worked at a movie theater. And we were all best friends, but Jenny was madly in love with Chris, and they had a very brief but loving affair, fling. And then they went their ways many years later. They got back together, which now they're about to celebrate their 3-year anniversary, so pretty dang cool.
Life feels easier when it's with you. Seem to know me better than I ever knew myself. There's no other place that I wanna be. There's no time or space between us when you're with me. No matter where we go, it don't matter who we know, 'cause we've been down this road before. With you, it's meant to be. Know we've had our moments, but life is all about them, replaying in my mind like a beautiful movie. You were meant for me. Life's been tough since you've been away. There's so many things that I've wanted to say to you, even though our lives have pulled us apart. I always held space for you. You always held my heart. No matter where we go, it don't matter between us when you're with me. No matter where we go, it don't matter who we know. 'Cause we've been down this road before. With you, it's meant to be. No, we've had our moments, but now we get a second chance. Replaying in my mind like a beautiful movie. You were meant for me. Replaying in my mind like a beautiful movie. You were meant for me.
They are in love.
We are in love.
It's very sweet. You know, I think that we all experienced something really crazy together, and to be back doing what we love is such a special thing. So, Rochelle, we love you. We were talking about this. I think we literally, it was like 2010 or 2011 was like the first time that we came on here, because we had just changed our sound to an electronic sound. You know, it's funny, and now we're doing both. We're going, this is kind of where we first, you know, we're in that realm of acoustic vibes. But yeah, it feels really good to be back here with y'all. So thank you to all of our techs and everyone here. Carly, we appreciate you. And Rochelle, obviously, we love you. And yeah, this next song we want to dedicate to everyone.
I just got to interrupt you real quick. And slight correction. Yes, 2010 is when you first came on as the Acoustic Minds.
Yes. Yes.
But you also came on with Marv Ellis prior
that's
to
right.
that.
Right.
That's right.
2008, I think, was when we did that. Yeah, maybe 2007.
It was 2008 because that's when I first started at KPSU.
That's right.
That is so wild. So yeah, it's like been a while. I was trying to remember with the boys like how many times we've been on here, but you're like one of our first radio supporters, so that's pretty rad. Thank you.
And you were one of my first in studios of ever being on radio myself.
Oh, that's so sweet. Full circle. Here
Full
we are
circle.
again, back
Yes.
after the pandemic. We made it.
Yes, we all survived. We made it out, and you've come a long way from being in Marv's attic recording.
Oh yeah,
Yes, he lived in our loft.
that's
quite-
right.
quite
That's
a fun
hilarious to think
experience.
about, actually.
Yes, long ways, but it's also nice to see kind of the full circle with the beautiful harmonies you have and the, lush, warm sound you got coming out of that guitar.
Oh, well, thank you.
But then you've
Yeah.
also got the wonderful beats, which, like I mentioned, Marv, who does hip hop music, hearing kind of that combination that you have that brings that full sound. It's really fun to see the evolution.
Yeah, I think we've always wanted to be able to blend instruments with electronic music, and it's been interesting because as things have shifted with the pandemic, Josh, who's part of our band and still we make beats with, he lives in Spokane now with his partner and has opened up like a vegan restaurant. Shout out Josh.
Yes.
Root, Spokane. It's amazing. If you're up
Go there.
go there. It's the best food ever. And then Aaron has kind of been really dove into more of his work, so he's not even really performing live very much, and he's just starting to make music again after the pandemic. So we just saw him for his birthday on Wednesday. Hazel and Josh came down from Spokane, and it was a real AM reunion, which was really, really cool.
Happy belated birthday, Aaron.
Yes, and so it's really cool to see it kind of merge as we've always wanted. And there are some shows that we do a little bit more acoustic, and then there's some shows that are just all beat driven. So today we're going to give you a mix of both. Like the next song is going to be beat driven, and it's a song we've been working on with one of our good friends, Josh Smith, which is not the same Josh Lorenzen that's in the AM. But he is a producer out of Georgia, Atlanta, who moved to Portland several years ago, and then, he recently has been down in Tennessee, and now he's living up in Spokane with Josh. So his producer name is The Infinite Balance, and Amanda and I wrote this song. Originally, he and I started out the song and written the first verse and chorus, and then Amanda came in with us about a year later, because that's just sometimes how it works, and wrote the second verse and the bridge and everything. And it's just one of my most favorite songs ever. It's called More Than You Could Know.
Why is it your most favorite song?
I just love the harmonies. I love the melody selections. I really like the lyrics. It's just about letting go of regret and just not holding on to these doubts that we have as humans. And something for myself, it's a reminder every time I sing it, because I am one of those people that does hold on to a lot of things like what if, shoulda, woulda, coulda things. And
And this is a gentle reminder to me and to anybody that hears it to just not be so hard on yourself and realize that we've been through a lot in the last several years and just in your lives in general. And there's a lot of traumas that are attached to us. And this kind of is just a reminder to live in the moment, because we don't know if we're promised tomorrow. And, you know, with everything that's been happening, there's some moments there we just didn't know if music was coming back. So it's just a gratitude thing as well.
Right. Yeah, I think we all still live with that sense of uncertainty that we just don't know what tomorrow's going to bring anymore.
It's so true. And also just kind of getting back out and being social with people is a whole new experience. It's like you're teaching yourself to ride a bike again, that we've learned to talk when we were 1 or 2 years old. And it's interesting being back in the social dynamic and feeling a lot of anxiety, whereas before I kind of thrived and loved being in that atmosphere. Now I find myself just being like, too much.
I think most of the musicians thought we were extroverts, but then after COVID hit, we realized we're all secretly introverts who have to be extroverts for our jobs.
Right. And then now that we're, reconciling that introvert side and then having to go out again, it's like, wait, I have to remind myself how to be an extrovert and be around when it feels too people-y.
That is the most perfect way to describe how I feel almost every time I go out. So thank you. You feel me. We are one. We are one.
I see you.
Yes. Yeah, I feel seen. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's hear this beautiful music now.
Okay. Thank you.
This one goes out to all of you that are listening, everyone in the world. This is just a song to tell the person, if you're with someone you love right now, tell them you love them right now. And if you're not with them, remember to tell them today. Because who knows, that asteroid could be coming real close, guys, and we don't have any clues. So just recognize today, be happy with today, and that's all we got.
Don't try to talk me out of this. Say what you will, this all feels perfect. I don't wanna wake up from this dream. Baby, remember this is where it began. I'm never gonna look back and regret it. All I know is that I won't ever forget it. Never gonna look back and regret it. All I know is that I won't ever forget it. Won't ever forget it. Right here in my arms, it's all I ever wanted, more than you can know. So let's stay right here, right here in my arms, wrapped up in your charm, baby, right here, wrapped up in your charm, right here in my arms, right here in my arms. It's all I ever wanted, more than you could know. It feels like I can finally see there's no place that I'd rather be. Baby, it's scary going in this deep, but when I'm with you, I can finally breathe. It feels like I've been holding my breath for 10 lifetimes. I've been holding back, just waiting on a lifeline, searching the world for a love that's true. Baby, believe me when I say it's you. Right here in my arms, it's all I ever wanted, more than you could know. It's all I ever wanted, more than you could know. It's all I ever wanted. And I will never doubt you. Don't want life without you. Baby, you can feel free. This is where I wanna be. I won't hold no grudges. the future and what's next. Right here in my arms, right here, right here.
So this next song is a brand new song. Although we weren't like super inspired during the pandemic, we had some inspiring moments. One of these days, hopefully we'll bring back the song that Jenny wrote. It was the first one, right? Like I think it was in April or May she wrote it. But this is the first song that the four of us have all collaborated on together. Big surprise, it's about Jenny and Chris. And it's a song called No Vacancy. Here we go.
Broken in your heart today, guess you could call it a robbery, except nobody committed a crime. No one was afraid to do time. We felt like a fairy tale. We knew each other very well. I love you till the day I die. This love is only one of a kind because I will love you forever, forever. And we belong together, together. This love is so fragile, I just wanna protect it. It's you and me forever, forever. He said his heart was a hotel with no vacancy. Love seemed between you and me. You were the one who always held the key. I know now we're meant to be, but you were the one who was afraid to love. I was the one with all my walls up. I love you till the day I die. This love is only one of a kind because I will love you forever, forever. And we belong together, together. This love is so fragile, I just wanna protect it. It's you and me forever, forever. La da da la da, la da da la da, la da da la da, la da la da la da, and la da da la da, and la da da la da, and la da da la da, la da la da la da, and I will love you forever, forever, and we belong together, together. This love is so fragile, I just wanna protect it. It's you and me forever, forever, forever and ever. And la da da la da, and la da da la da, and la da da la da, la da la da la da, and la da da la da.
So that's a brand new one. We have a show tomorrow night at the White Eagle McMinimans. It's one of the first places we ever played when Acoustic Minds formed, and we are so stoked to come back. They had us play 2 shows during the pandemic outside, so it'll be our first time back inside. And yeah, we're playing with the amazing Reverb Hunter, aka Chelsea Sue. She is just a living angel on earth, and it's her first show, full show back in the last 3 years. So we're hoping our friends will all come out and hear this live on a big sound system at the White Eagle McMinimans over right by the Moda off of Russell. So yeah, this next song is our brand new single, and it's called Bad Guy, and it's about gaslighting.
Go, 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 go. What you know about us, what you know about love, what you know about trust. This is not about her, this is all about us. What you know about trust. And I don't want your alibi, really don't need a reason why. That doesn't make me the bad guy. I am not her, despite what you may think. The time we spent felt like a dream, but in all reality, I am not. You thought you could save me, I don't need to be saved. Your love, it amazed me. I don't wanna feel the pain. I am not your alibi, I am not the reason why. I am not the bad guy, I am not the bad guy. I am not the bad guy, I am not the bad guy. I am not the bad guy, I am not the bad guy. Go, 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 go. Go! What you know about it, what you know about us, what you know about trust. You thought that you could change me. You thought that this was make-believe. You thought that you could break me down, down. Well, I don't need to be saved. You thought that you could take me out, out. Well, I don't wanna feel this way. I don't wanna feel the pain. You thought you could save me. I don't need to be saved. Your love, it amazed me. I don't wanna feel the pain. I am not your alibi, I am not the reason why. I am not the bad guy, I am not the bad guy. You thought you could save me. I don't need to be saved. Your love, it amazed me. I don't wanna feel the pain. I am not your alibi, I am not the reason why. I am not the bad guy, I am not the bad guy. I am not her. I am not her. Go, 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 go. I am not the bad guy.
So if you guys like that song, you can stream it on Spotify or Apple Music. It's called Bad Guy by Acoustic Minds or the AM Acoustic Minds. And we would love you to stream it. We are trying to build up our Spotify followers. Michelle, if you recall, last time we were here, we're very terrible at social media. We did really well with Facebook, and we had like a ton of people on there. And then last September, our Facebook page got hacked, and Facebook took it from us. Actually, someone else took it from us, and even though we found it, they won't give it back, and it has all our content there. So we're rebuilding all of our socials. So if you go to the ammusic.com, you can find all of our social links there. And we would love you to follow us and add that song Bad Guy to your playlist. Make it a TikTok, make it go viral.
Yeah, do your
we
thing.
would love that. Just
Do some dance moves to it.
yeah.
I was gonna say, do you have like a dance routine you're gonna show everyone now?
No, but
Well,
I
I'm
should
not
have
Lizzo,
one.
but come on.
I definitely should have one. I should find a friend that can actually dance and should make one to that because I'm rhythmically inclined or not so rhythmically inclined. I'm challenged. Thank you.
We'll defer to your drummer here. And sorry, he does not have a mic, so I'm gonna hand my mic over to him.
Oh, yes.
And you can tell us about how you joined the band and your rhythmic contributions.
Really grateful, really glad to be a member of the band here and to have played a few gigs over the past few years with Jenny and Amanda Price here, and glad that Chris is on board as well. I joined up in the band. Let's see, I think that we were playing a show where we were asked to be in a band, right? You two were singing backup, and I was playing drums, and so then we started getting along and then started working out, and then I got a call one day or a text message, or maybe it was on social media that you called me and said, hey, why don't you come on, try and put some beats to this stuff, and we have some other tunes. So it's a really fun opportunity for me. A lot of times, as you know, I don't get the chance to play along with electronic beats, like a backing track of sorts, and this helps to keep me pretty sharp. You know,
Yeah.
you can't really, play too offbeat in this circumstance. But then there's also this other kind of gear that we get into where we're playing compositions that are written mostly on acoustic guitar and piano, and so being able to play the brushes and bring another kind of texture into it and other dynamics been really fun. So I love the band and how it can kind of mold itself in certain ways, to different rooms and different types of shows.
We love you, Dave.
We sure do.
Yeah, and he's been drumming like his whole life. He comes from a musical family, so he's a pro. We were very lucky. We snatched him from Christopher Worth. You know Christopher Worth. He
Chris.
still occasionally plays with Christopher Worth, but I think it was like maybe end of 2018 we started like playing some shows together, and definitely most of 2019, and then really we would have been playing more, but then we all went into lockdown. So
Right, and he doesn't live in your attic, so.
That's true. He's not
no,
Marvelous.
he can come live in my pocket any day he wants to, though.
Tell me a little bit about what band practice is like now when they bring a song to you and you want to add your bits to it. How does that work out?
Yeah, sure. So when I listen to a song, like what I try to do now is, especially with this group, I don't really ask for too much in the way of guidance. I just want them to play it, and I can kind of figure it out. And it's not exactly my first rodeo here. I've been playing for a little over 26 years, I believe. Yeah. So
He's a wizard.
the time feel will come to me pretty quickly, and I can kind of just fall into a groove with them. It's pretty magnetic in that way. And then as the song kind of goes on, some things that I listen for are if the tempo is kind of set in a way that crowds the vocals a little bit too much, if it feels like they're rushing a bit too much, and there's a lot of words to be said in like a short amount of time, for instance. And then that'll kind of tell me, all right, maybe I should play a little bit more behind the beat and maybe even make a suggestion on there. A lot of the songs that they write are very, very natural, so it's easy for me to just kind of come in and naturally play. And there's a good handful of gigs and performances in which they've said, hey, you've never played this one with us, but we're going to do it. And there's a lot of trust that goes on, and it's a really good thing between band members to have that. There's a lot of kind of openness and appreciation for that, and yeah, it's a special thing.
Absolutely, and that kind of answered my other question as far as band practice, because it sounds like some of your performances become band practice.
Yeah, sometimes for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we rehearse at our house, and yeah, we always have like some form of food. So probably tacos or Thai food or teriyaki chicken from some Hawaiian restaurant. And I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of very legal marijuana and a whole lot of probably water or whatever the beverage is, something bubbly. You know, we like the bubbles, Rochelle.
Right.
So.
Carbonation is key.
Yes. So they're really fun. And we said last night we had a rehearsal and we had such a fun rehearsal. I'm like, man, we should do this like every week.
It was really fun, actually. We have a good time together. We laugh a lot.
And sorry, I interrupted. What were you trying to add to it?
All I was saying was, going out of the lockdown back into being able to play shows. We'd practice because we were doing live streams at home, and I was learning a lot of their music and stuff. And going out and playing like 1 or 2 or 3 shows right after they let us back in to play, compared to now, we get our practice like with these back-to-back shows. We've been consistently getting busier, so it's always fun when we play multiple shows because by those ending shows, it's just like
tight.
it's in the back pocket. You know what I mean? Feels good.
Absolutely. All right. Well, tell me about the song that you have queued up here next.
The next song we're going to do is called Undertow. It's an oldie but a goodie, and I just feel like I was talking to a friend of mine a while back about like our songs and which ones are the hit ones, and he's like, you should never not, and you should always play this song. And so I was just like, man, I want to bring it back. And you remember Undertow from way back in the beginning,
And
but
your
basically,
Hawaii stories.
yes. So wrote this song on the island of Maui, in the ocean of Maui, and I was stuck in an undertow. I was very, very thought I was going to drown. Took me about 15 minutes to get out. Nobody noticed at all that was on the beach, so that was terrifying. But I
love how
was.
you look at your sister when you said that too.
She wasn't even there, so.
But somehow you're looking at her.
I would have noticed. I would have noticed.
She definitely would have noticed because she would have been with me, and she would have been like, "Holy hell, someone save her!" And I would have been like, "Help, wasabi!" Anyway, so as I'm like being flipped and whatever, whirled around, trying to get out of this undertow, this melody came to my mind. And I remember once I got out of the ocean, I just like ran straight to my phone and recorded it, and Undertow was born. And
I just have to note that is such a musician thing to say because you have this like near-death experience, and your impulse as soon as you can literally breathe again is to put melody out there.
yeah, it was so weird. It was actually in my head as I was like drowning. It was like it literally came in. So I don't know if that's just like channeling. Like, you're not about to die, but we're about to give you a good hit from it. So, yeah, this one's called Undertow.
All right.
Why is it real? Was it real? Yeah. Was it really too good to be true? The thought of me and you. Sunsets are tones in the sand. Was it really too good to be true? 'Cause it's me and you, yes, together on our island. Hand in hand, hearts united, we sharing our lights, star sign shining. The kind of love they talk about, the kind of love you dream about. I'm running away, the waves keep pushing me back. It's like I'm under attack. I'm caught in the undertow, feel like I'm running away. The waves keep pulling me back. It's like I'm under attack. I'm caught in the undertow. Listen, fairy tales, they're read in a book. Reality is brutal, so much said in luck. When push comes to shove, it gets time for you. When you open up your heart and allow it to feel. True love ignites what we see in ourselves. Reflections of us looking back all the way. I'm learning to trust, it's just the way I feel. The way I feel, yeah. Guess what they say about love is true. You watch how you won't know when it hits you. Like a knife to the chest, can't pretend. Straight to the heart when it's dead. I'm running away. The waves keep pushing me back. It's like I'm under attack. keep pulling me back. It's like I'm under attack. I'm caught in the undertow, caught in your undertow. Yeah. I keep running away. The ways you're pushing me back. It's like I'm under attack. I'm cutting you undertow. I'm running away. The ways you're pulling me back. I'm under attack. I'm cutting you undertow. So it wasn't just about being stuck in the ocean. It was about being stuck in that relationship. Caught in the undertow.
We have about 10 minutes left, so I want to make sure we mention you'll have the White Eagle show tomorrow.
Yes. White Eagle tomorrow, and actually we are just so booked right now. We're so blessed to have about 90 shows already on the calendar for 2022, and we're booking. If you are listening to this and go, man, I just want that at my house or at an event, you can always hit us up on our website, theammusic.com. There's a booking link on there, and we're on Instagram _theam. Amanda and I both run all of that, so if you just want to write one of us and say, hey, I really liked that song, or what did this mean, or who's Jenny and who's Amanda, we will write you back personally and let you know. And yeah, we just have a bunch of other things in the works. June, I think we have 13 shows in June, so it's pretty busy. And
Where's the best place to find about the upcoming shows if they want to go see you?
the website, theammusic.com, or also on Instagram. We post a lot of our like flyers on there and schedules, so that's a good spot. And if you just really like to see Amanda and I act really silly, then you can find us on Instagram, because we do post some stories of the things we do, the
Yes.
little debaucherous things that we get into every once in a while, or every single day. Truth, yes, truth. Yeah, but I think like the big one is if you're looking for something this weekend, come see us at White Eagle, because that place is haunted and that's fun. And they have a brand new sound system, and the stage is a little bigger, and their tots are really yummy. I mean,
Yeah, and they still have, it's McMiniman's food and
Yeah,
and wine
that's right.
and beverages. So
yes,
you know what to expect when you get in there.
that's true. You really do.
It's a staple.
McMiniman's.
Yes.
Yes. As far as other stuff to promote, where is the best place to go find your music if they want to just listen to more?
Honestly, the website really links us to everything, but the most current new stuff is on Apple Music and Spotify, so those would be the best places. Or if you even were on Amazon Music, I know Chris listens sometimes on that, and he said that it's all up to date there as well. We are really working to get a lot of this music that you've heard today recorded and put out as well. So our next hope is to, I think that we told you this last time we saw you. We have basically like 100 songs that need to all be finished and released. And so the hope is to release Slip and Blush, which is the next album. And several of the songs that you heard today would be on that album, and then a lot of other beat-driven songs that we'll be releasing some singles throughout the next few months on, which is super exciting. But besides that, yeah, just the ammusic.com has all of our shows and music. Everything's up to date there.
Great. And then I'm going to ask the fun random question that these two have not been subjected to.
Oh, yes, the random question.
Yes. Tell me the first concert you ever went to.
My first concert? I was 12 years old and I saw One Armed Def Leppard.
Nice.
It's a good one.
Let's see. I think the first real rock concert that I went to was in Atlanta at a place called the Tabernacle, where we saw Mr. Bungle and System of a Down and Incubus and a band called Pooh-Yah. Yeah, that was a fun show.
That sounds like a good show.
Yeah, serious headbanging.
Way better than ours. We saw New Kids on the Block and Debbie Gibson. So.
And what was the first album you ever bought for yourself?
My first album was Led Zeppelin 3.
Nice. Was it a vinyl or CD or what?
It was vinyl. My mom and dad had a record player that we listened to every weekend, and I'd mostly go through my dad's crates, but I'd have to say that and Jimi Hendrix Band of Gypsies. My dad.
I couldn't love him more. The answers are so good, babe. You're just so cute.
Off the Deep End by Weird Al. And then Soundgarden Super Unknown. Yeah, shortly after.
Yes. What was our first album we ever got?
I think you mentioned a cassette tape of New Kids.
Yeah, but I feel like we were listening to like the Eagles and Don Henley and Bonnie Raitt and all of those. I don't know if it was like our first albums,
I
but
think
we
the
definitely like
first-
listened. Yeah, the first like record I think we got our like toes into was Don Francisco. And if you don't know, he's a Christian dude who wrote a lot of really power ballads. And apparently when we were 3, we decided to sing while our dad played 12-string guitar the song He's Alive in perfect harmony as 3-year-olds.
Oh, so that must have been
to
it.
the congregation. So I think that might have been the first song that we did when we were little kids. Yes,
we grew up like very religious. Our parents were in church. Our dad was a singer, great singer, and he ran the worship group. And then our mom was the Bible study teacher. So most of our upbringing came from church, which a lot of people say they hear in our voices because that's like where that soul and those harmonies come from. Just that background. It's interesting as religion has shifted how much music still sits because
Right,
I wouldn't
that
say I'm like the
foundation's
most
still there.
religious person anymore, but I would still say that I definitely feel those rooted songs, you know, like even going into a church with my mom because she'll be like, come with me, please. And I'll go like for a holiday. And I'm so touched by emotion because it's just really beautiful music and it pulls at your heartstrings. And it definitely just takes me back to nostalgic lane of being like a little kid at the church singing. So.
Oh, that's sweet. Shifting gears real quick, I did want to ask about the, as you mentioned, Rumors, the cover of Fleetwood Mac you've been doing. You want
Yes.
to tell a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. So we've been doing a tribute, Fleetwood Mac tribute show with our best buds, Glitter Fox, which are just an incredible band also. If you don't know of them, check them out. And Amanda and I and some of our favorite vocalists throughout Portland come together and feature on 25 to 30 of our favorite Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks songs. We have a backing band. Dave is part of that. Eric Stalker is part of that. And then Andrea Walker, who's in Glitter Fox as well, plays lead guitar. And just lots of harmonies, really, really rich, layered harmonies. And then typically it was all female fronted, but we bring in a couple male sirens because, you know, we're not trying to be discriminative, but we did want to like feature the ladies because we sometimes feel like the ladies don't get enough of a shine through the music industry. You know, it's very male dominated. But it's our year. It's been our year for a couple years now, and so we like to push the ladies and get them out there in the front. And we do have Christopher Worth come in. He's always been our siren, even from back in the day when we just did sirens in the round with just the ladies. Yes. We'd bring him in, and then Eric Stalker also sings some songs. And this time around, we're going to have an incredible trio. Flyover States join us, and they are just insanely talented with harmonies, and I can't wait to hear what they do with some of these Fleetwood songs. But yeah, we're shooting for July for that. And it's going to be in Portland and in Eugene, and we're hoping to bring it to Seattle as well. So it's pretty fun. It's like hooting and hollering, songbooks, everybody's singing along, everyone's dancing, and just it's like the best vibes. Yeah, I think there's people like crying from joy and from sadness because Fleetwood Mac has such a every one of us has a memory with these songs, so it's a really special thing. I can't really put it into words. Dave knows, like we get in there and it's just this really the air is like electric because people are just so pumped that you're playing these tunes, and it gives them something, you know, especially like we did one right before we went to Europe. I don't know if you remember this. We went to Europe in 2019. You just got back from Europe, so you know, but you got the better version because it was empty there. But we had a blast in Europe, and right before that, we did a Fleetwood show, and it was just, yeah, it's just palpable, like the energy that those songs bring to people, and it heals them, you know. So yeah, it's a really fun night. If you guys are into Fleetwood, look out for that. It's in July.
And when they're looking for it in July, I'm assuming your website,
Yes.
social media.
Yep. Yeah, the ammusic.com, and then we'll have flyers everywhere. But I mean, like, it's going to be a great time, and it sells out pretty quick. So if you hear about it, buy your tickets in advance, because last time it took like 20 minutes to sell the show out
Yeah,
online.
I was a little shocked. I went to go buy them
Yeah.
the following day, and there was nothing.
We didn't anticipate that, which is why this time we're doing a much bigger venue. We're going to do something outdoors that holds 300 plus people. So as Amanda said, it's just the best time ever. And although I love playing our music, it's literally like up there with the feeling. I would say it's very close to almost surpassing playing my own music, because it's that fun to perform live.
Well, and of course, outdoor venues are great, not only in the summer, but just because of COVID concerns that everyone
Yeah.
has. So it kind of hedging your bets a little there.
Yes.
Absolutely. It makes everybody feel a little better, because they can social distance how they would like. And although I'm enjoying not having to wear a mask everywhere and being able to breathe and see everyone's smiles again, some people are not necessarily there yet. And I think that it's really important to respect everyone's space and what they want done with that. So
Right. Now we have about 2 minutes left, so I'm going to ask you to do a quick station drop for me.
no problem.
Oh yeah. This is Acoustic Minds, and you're listening to KPSU.
Thank you so much. Again, we have about 2 minutes if you want to throw a 2-minute thing out there, and then we'll just kind of fade you out into our auto mix.
No problem.
And thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. This is a song called Come Through, and it's written by an incredible artist named Her. If you don't know her, check her out, H-E-R.
Almost missed my flight today. Look good even though I feel shitty. Just got back out this way. You already made plans for the city. Call along, don't you call along for me? You're always going on and on. Got it all, ask me why I never leave. I don't go out much. You should come through tonight. Chilling on the west side. Come on and tell your best friend he should slide through on the low remote location. I don't want them to be getting invaded. You should come through tonight. Only kick it with the tag crew. They won't tell, cause they're trying to live their best life too. On the low, on my own, I'll be wavy. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Yeah, yeah. Hit me on the phone, yeah. Looking at you cry, going crazy. If I could, I would take the pain away. I don't see that smile I made. You already made plans other than me. Trying not, I've been trying not to breathe. Inhale, exhale, you expel what you've been doing to me. Fighting me off for weeks. Don't leave cause I need ya. You should come through tonight. Chilling on the west side. Come on home and tell your best friend he should slide through on the low remote location. I don't want them to see me get invaded. You should come through tonight. Only kick it with the tag crew. They won't tell cause they try to live their best life too. On the low, on my own, I'll be waiting. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Yeah, yeah. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Yeah. I ain't really trying to spend no time in the house if you ask me how I'm feeling. I said yes to going out tonight. Well, I ain't did that in a minute. Call it off, won't you call it off for me? You're always going on and on. Got it all, ask me why I'm not with you. I don't go out much. You should come through tonight. Chilling on the west saddle. Come on home and tell your best friend he should slide through on the low remote location. I don't want them to see me get invaded. You should come through tonight. Only kick you with the tide crew. They won't tell cause they try to live their best life too. On the low, on my own, I'll be waiting. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Yeah, yeah. Hit me on the phone, hit me on the phone, yeah. Ooh, I'll be waiting. Hit me on the phone, I'll be waiting. Ooh, I'll be waiting. Hit me on the phone, hit me on the phone, yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
And thank you, Acoustic Minds, for joining us here at KPSU, Portland's college radio station, which has been broadcasting since 1994 on the Portland State campus and streaming to you worldwide 24/7 at www.kpsu.org, where all of our fabulous shows are available for podcast and download at your leisure. And once again, remind you that the views and opinions expressed in the program that you just listened to do not necessarily represent KPSU, Portland State University, or any of our participating affiliates. Listener discretion is encouraged and advised. I am your host, DJ Rochelle. Thank you for listening to Live Fridays here at KPSU. The band you just heard is called The AM. You can find more of their music at theammusic.com. You could also find them on social media if you look up the AM Acoustic Minds, both on Instagram and Facebook. That way you can find out about their upcoming gigs. They've also got their music available to you at all the usual streaming places with the Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon. Thanks for tuning in.